You are Locked On Rays, your daily Tampa Bay Rays podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into Locked On Rays, your daily podcast covering everything Tampa Bay Rays and Ulises. Today we have a very special guest, and that is Ali Berke, who will be singing the national anthem at Steinbrenner Field, George M. Steinbrenner Field, on Sunday, June 8th, 2025. So be sure you come and check that out. But also important is that Ali is trying to reach a very cool and unique and an unheard of feat. I think something that has never been done before, and that is singing the national anthem at every major league ballpark. Ali, first off, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to speaking with you. First off, what inspired you to accomplish this goal or go for this of, hey, I want to do the national anthem at all 30 major league parks?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. So what kind of inspired me was I got a chance to do the national anthem for the Boston Red Sox 2 years ago now. Crazy. And I remember just talking with my dad, and I was like, oh, like, it's just so cool, like, getting to travel and, like, go into all these new places to, sing the anthem, number one. And number two, you get to explore so many new places that you never thought you'd be before. And we were kind of just thinking about it, and we were like, I wonder if anybody's ever done that at all 30 major league ballparks. And there has been a few people that have done it, but it's like years and years ago, or they did it in some way, like with a group or something. But I believe that I would be the first solo female artist to do it. So either way, whether I'm the first or the 10th person to do it, doesn't matter. I think just, the accomplishment is something really cool to get to say that I did. And, we're not going to stop till I hit all 30, obviously. So I'm halfway there right now. I'm at 15. Tampa will make 16. I am booked for a few more throughout the summertime, which would put me at 19 for this year out of 30. So we're getting there.
That's awesome. With 19 by the end of this season, when you look back, was there a ballpark that caught you by surprise and you said, oh my, am I really doing this? Like, because of its aura or the amount of people? And if so, what was that place?
I feel like I honestly can say, like, for all of the baseball ones, I feel like they've all kind of been kind of like the same thing for me. I think that once I get to do like the Dodgers or Yankee Stadium, that will be the one that I'll kind of feel that way. I also got to do the anthem for the New York Knicks, the Garden, and for the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium. So those are my two. Like, I love doing the baseball ones, but those are like my two, like, holy moly, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people here, those are definitely two of like my favorite ones. But baseball, I think that I'm gonna hold on to that. Like, my top ones are definitely gonna be probably, I'm gonna say Yankee Stadium would be like my best one.
And going back to that a little bit, how did it come about where you got your first opportunity to sing the national anthem at a major sporting event? Just what was the process and what went into that to get that opportunity?
So I actually did my first major league ballpark like so many years ago. I think I was 17. I'm 24 now. So I got to sing at Citi Field, and then another time I got to sing for the Baltimore Orioles. So that was super fun, and it was kind of just like trying to find the right person who like books the anthems. It's always every team has kind of like a different way about it. Some of the teams have actually heard about me and my goal and have reached out to us to book me. And then other times, it's going through person one, person two, person three, person four, sending in demos, sending in auditions, going back and forth, seeing if a date can work, obviously, because, I'm in New York. All these places are not in New York. So just trying to accommodate the travel and everything, because I do this all, like on my own dime. So just trying to make sure that, everything makes sense. It works with my schedule, their schedule, and also that they have availability for the year, because they seem to book up like super quick.
This is such a cool idea, because I know that as a hardcore baseball fan, a lot of us have the whole thing of we're going to every MLB stadium, but you just said, let me put some steroids on this bad boy and then sing at each one of these. Are you looking forward to one specifically? And you don't have to say the race just because you're on Locked On Race right now. But do you have one in mind that you're going to do this year that has some sort of emotion attached to it?
Um, Honestly, I don't really have like an emotion. I really think the only one, like, I have like a vision board, like for the year. Yankee
Mhm.
Stadium is on the vision board. For the year, I think that one is just gonna be kind of like the emotional one. Obviously it's not on the calendar this year. Fingers crossed, maybe there'll be an opening. But I really just think that when I do that, like, it's New York, it's my home team, like I've done the Mets, that was so cool. I was so young too, I was 17. So I think that one always held like an emotional connection to me. But I think that the next few that I have coming up are just like super fun. And, I think they all hold a different significance because it's something like maybe I haven't been there before. Like Tampa, I'm excited to come to. I've never been there. And I think every stadium just kind of has like a different feel. Like the fans are different, the people are different, the weather's different, like, so I feel like each one of them is like just really unique.
Yeah. Now,
Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. They've got an easy to use website packed with helpful resources and latest product information to help you get the job done right. Plus, they've got an inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, so you'll get exactly what you need and delivered fast from coast to coast. You can join their free Trade Master program, which offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order by going to supplyhouse.com/TM, and you can start ordering everything plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. Again, you can do all of that at supplyhouse.com.
a question I have, and it somewhat sort of ties in, but Ulises and I went to a Rays game last week, and we were actually featured on the Jumbotron video board doing a trivia
Oh,
question. But, not that many people are paying attention. That's their opportunity to stretch the legs and get a snack or use the restroom or whatever. But for the national anthem, everybody is engaged during that moment. Eyes are focused on you and the melody and the song and all that tied together. Just what's it like to be out there and you're the central figure? Just if you can kind of give us some insight into that moment and what it feels like for you.
I think that when I first started doing it, I used to get really anxious. I used to get really nervous. Now it's kind of like second nature. It's more so just
Mhm.
like, okay, like I honestly hate like the part of just like waiting in between sound check and like going out there. Like me like sitting in like a room for like 3 hours. I'm kind of just like, okay, like I just want to go already, But I think that, it's obviously such an honor to be able to do the song to honor our country and everything. And it just, I don't know, just like there's not really, it's an unmatched feeling, I guess you could say. I always get the same kind of like feeling of excitement and like
Mhm.
anxiousness, like excited anxiousness each time before I go out. So all the nerves are kind of away unless I'm singing at the garden, then that's a different story. But yeah, I think it's always just like, and I guess it's just more so just like a special feeling. Yeah.
I've watched a couple of videos of yours, and it seems to me that it's not like you're looking around. And then I looked at other performers, and it's not like they're also looking around. Are you looking at one specific thing? Are you just thinking about the lyrics? Like, what goes through your head during that minute and a half?
So yeah, I try and kind of just hone in on like one thing just so
Mhm.
I can like kind of like keep my focus, like especially because I sing the anthem a cappella, so it's really important that I kind of like focus on like the key, the notes, everything like that. So I kind of hone in on one thing. I do really prefer to be singing away from the crowd. I don't really like facing the crowd when I
Mm.
sing.
Mm.
Just because I feel like there's just more room for distraction that way. Um, But it's kind of cool, like every time, like when I face like the other way and I can see like my face like on the jumbotron, like in my peripheral vision, I'm like, nice, you know. So I definitely try and like hone in on that and just try not to get distracted.
Now, something we have a lot of players and prospects on the show, and we like to ask them, what are their game day routines? How do they get ready for a ball game? And for you, it's similar but different. You have some would consider a high pressure moment, and you're the center of attention. Just in the lead up to your performance, how do you get prepared? How do you kind of settle in and get ready for that moment day of?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty just go with the flow. Each day calls for something different. I mean, I've had game days like I just did the White Sox a few weeks ago. I flew in that morning.
Mm,
So that was kind of my morning. I mean, I woke up, I got on the plane, landed, went to sound check, did my thing. I don't really have like a routine. I try and just kind of like rest my voice, and I still talk. I'm a
yeah.
chatterbox, honestly. So, um I just kind of just chill. I just think that keeping it low key, like when people ask me about it, I'm like, yeah, like I sang at the Padres game yesterday, like whatever, like it's fine. Like you know what I mean? Like but then like 24 hours later, like I'm back at my day job. Like you know what I mean? So I think that in the morning it's always something different. Like when I come to Tampa, I'm actually gonna be in Tampa already, so it'll be kind of a lot easier for me
Mhm.
to just kind of like wake up and relax and just kind of like get to the ballpark. And also like all the games are at different times. So like I believe the game starts at like 12 o'clock or something this
Mhm.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a nice early start, get there early, do my sound check. And then I'm also singing God Bless America. So I'll be
Mm.
staying through the game to do that as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Sunday
Yeah.
games usually are like 1:40-ish. So yeah, you're
Mhm.
probably going to be there at when the sun is hitting at its
Yeah.
peak, basically. So good luck with
Yeah.
that.
Thank
We'll,
you.
we'll be sending you good vibes for that, and God bless America too. Uh, I want to see how lucky you've been. I know you definitely are a lucky person, but how lucky have you been with the anthems? Has there ever been one time where there was extreme weather or there was a technical hiccup that you didn't foresee, or have you actually just been again super lucky 100% that everything has always just been 100% smooth?
Yeah, so I like to consider myself a pretty, very grateful and very thankful.
Mhm.
I'm a lucky person when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
I think that thank goodness, like weather has never been an issue. Knock wood, a million times
Yeah.
over. But there was one time at a certain ballpark, I did the sound check. They had me come in for a sound check a day before. Now,
Oh.
normally the sound checks are like 2 hours before. They had me come in for the sound check the day before in the rain. And okay, whatever, like I'm standing there with my umbrella, like sound checking, and I didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, like yeah, sounds good. I did like 3 times. I'm like, yep, sounds good. The levels are good, whatever. Next day later, I get to the ballpark. They don't sound check because it's like,
Oh.
okay, well, you did your sound check the day before, so you don't need another sound check. So then I get out onto the field and I'm singing and all the levels are gone. Like they completely like
Oh.
wiped them out. They didn't supply me or let me bring an earpiece, which is very surprising because except for this one place, every ballpark that I've ever sang at has let me have an earpiece. And I was extremely delayed. There was about like a 5-second delay, so I was getting thrown off because I heard my voice. I heard the line before coming at me while I was singing the next line.
Oh.
Oof.
So it wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't my best. So it's always disappointing when that happens, obviously, but it's out of my control.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I did it. And no matter what, I'm still thankful for the opportunity that I got to do it. So yeah, I think I honestly can say that's probably the only one that I got unlucky with. And that was honestly just because the circumstances just weren't right.
Yeah. Off air, we'll have to find out which organization that was that did that. The Rays, take
Yeah.
note. Make sure you follow the
Yeah.
Yes,
protocols and
please.
do what Ali is instructing for all of you, so it goes
Honestly,
smooth
as
and
long as
graciously.
I can just as long as I put my earpiece in, I could soundtrack the day of, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
That just confuses me why they wouldn't allow an earpiece. I don't see what the big deal is with
So
that.
I was thinking the
wasn't
other
that
side. I was
big.
thinking, like, why wouldn't they do it on the same day? Like, you would like to have it already set up, like 2 hours before. Everything's good. Yeah, it sounds odd. Yeah.
I mean, because also, like, I don't think they had the equipment for an earpiece.
Hmm.
So I think that's what it was. They didn't allow it, but they didn't have the equipment. And then my whole thing was like, I soundtracked the day before when there was a game that night. So whoever the anthem singer was probably that night wiped out my
Oh,
settings.
I see. Okay.
So it
Hmm.
made no sense, but
Yeah, it
whatever.
made no sense.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's all good.
So since you've undertaken this journey and goal, I've noticed, and we're just one of many media outlets, but you've gotten a lot of major coverage, New York Post, Chicago Tribune, numerous television stations. I mean, you Google your name and your title, and there's a bunch of hits that pop up. Just what does it mean to, see your name in the press, and what you think that does for you career-wise going forward? Because I know you have aspirations beyond just being known as the individual that does the national anthem. You have a full-fledged singing career that you're focusing on. So I'm sure that press coverage
Yeah.
helped for what you're looking to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's kind of just like a surreal feeling, like I've always had this dream since I was little, and I've been doing music professionally since I'm 13. I'm
Mhm.
24 now, so it's been 11 years. And I think just being able to like Google yourself and like seeing like something like legit pop up is like kind
Yeah.
of cool. I think that like I don't think that it like makes me stand out necessarily. Like I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, like look at me, like I'm on Google, like whatever.
Mhm.
I'm definitely like not that person at all. I think that I'm just very grateful and I'm very thankful for anybody even wanting to interview me, wanting to do a story on me. I think, it's so nice of all these media outlets, honestly, that they're so interested in me and my story. And like you said, yeah, like my main goal is like my music career. So I just hope that, all that kind of like trickles in somehow, some way. So, just fingers crossed. And I think that especially once I hit all 30, there'll be a lot more coverage as well.
Talking a little bit about your music career, how does that go? What does that entail on the day-to-day basis? Are you singing? Are you singing are you writing your own songs? Like, can you give us a little bit of information on that?
Yeah, so I've been writing and releasing my own music since I'm 13.
Mm.
I don't think I released my first song until I was like 16 or 17 though. Nobody wants to hear what I wrote when I was 13. Um, but yeah, I have gotten the opportunity to do some really cool things. I was part of a tour a few tours a few years back. I did a Boys of Summer tour 3 years ago and to a few destinations. That was really cool. I've gone to open up for AJ McLean of the Backstreet Boys, Aaron
Wow.
Carter,
Oh, cool.
a lot of different people. I've gotten to perform at so many different festivals through the years, all different kinds of things. And I release a bunch of music. I have a bunch of music videos out. It's all under Ali Berke. I write everything myself. And that's kind of like the main goal. I mean, I've been performing for years, I've been writing for years, releasing music for years. So it's kind of just like the same old. I go to the studio all the time. I'm working on new music, releasing things, working on content and social media, keep up with or Instagram, it's tough. But like, because if I were to just sit home and keep waiting for the set, for a music
Mhm.
career to happen, like, I'd be going crazy. So I think it's cool that I get to balance it out. And then I work regular jobs too. So
Yeah.
my life is kind of crazy. I say my life literally is like, okay, like I sang at the Garden on Sunday, but I'm back to my day job Monday. So
Back to
that's how it
reality,
is for
basically.
now. Yeah.
Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, it's easy to lose track. And that's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. It takes less than 5 minutes to get started, and it's a complete look at your financial well-being. It manages your money. You can start building wealth. It's fantastic. It gives you everything. It's not just a budgeting app. And today, you can get started and take control of your finances with Monarch Money using code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's right. Using code LOCKEDONMLB gets you 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com. Again, monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. I just have one more follow up with that.
Yeah.
You're saying you're writing your own songs, but you're singing a cappella
Yeah.
in these stadiums. Are you using an instrument to help you with the songwriting, or is it just you and your voice, and you're just going ahead and just putting mind to paper?
Yeah, everybody was asking like, do I play an instrument? I'm always like, this is my instrument right
Exactly.
here.
Okay. Cool.
I've tried to play like guitar, piano. I just don't have a niche for it, and I don't have, I guess, like the concentration for it. I think that, as a career, no matter what it is, you don't have to kind of like excel in like every single part of it. As long as I kind of know what I'm doing to get me through it, I think I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
Cool.
Now, you mentioned, am I correct in that you basically have to pay your own way to all these ballparks to perform?
Yeah.
And okay, and they don't really provide compensation. You're doing it pro bono, more or less.
Yep.
Okay. Now, do they provide like any type of perk, like free seats, a jersey, an opportunity to meet with the players or coaches? Like, besides, you having a platform in front of 25, 30, 40,000 fans, do they, provide little gifts here and there after the fact?
So yeah, it depends on the team. So every team, no matter what sport I've done Knicks, Devils, Liberty, so all different venues, Barclays, MetLife, Garden, all different ballparks. All the teams get free tickets, so that's really
Oh, that's
cool.
nice.
Nice.
So we always get to stay for the game, which is really cool, very nice. And they're always good seats.
Mm-hmm.
And the jersey thing depends on the team. I've had a handful of teams give me a jersey for free. I've had a handful of teams make me pay for a jersey, and I've had some teams that I haven't had a jersey for. Now we try and get a jersey for each one. The
Yeah.
last few have given me a jersey, out of the kindness of their heart, which is really nice. And it's always just so nice to do that. And like paying for it, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the team and the organization and what they're willing to do.
Well, let's hope you get to be wearing a really nice race jersey on Sunday. That'll
I
be
do
really cool.
actually think that they are giving me a jersey.
Okay.
Let's go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think it's the least that they can do. And
Yeah.
the fact that, I mean, you have recognition now and you're trying to accomplish a feat. I mean, it's good for them. It's branding and PR and
yeah.
marketing for them, by all the photographers and videographers coming in and spotlighting you, wearing, the Rays or whomever. I think that it only makes sense in my mind, but what do I know? So,
Yeah, and just hoping that the jersey is not too thick. Just it's gonna be hot on
Yeah.
Sunday, so I hope you're able to
Oh goodness,
deal
yeah.
with
yeah.
it.
I always see, no matter where I am, I usually always well, it's baseball, so it's usually always hot. So I always like have like a tank top on underneath to keep the jersey open. I'm like, I
Mhm.
can't, like, when I sang for the New Jersey Devils,
Mm.
those jerseys are so heavy.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
whew. I'm like, I'm on the ice, but I'm still sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Crazy.
so going forward, it's not a matter of if, but when you get to all 30 stadiums, and I guess who knows, you might have to get to 31 or 32 in the next couple of years with the Oakland Athletics and what they're doing, and then the Tampa Bay Rays
Yeah.
eventually meandering back to Tropicana Field. But do you have another goal or pedestal beyond that of, hey, I would like to perform at the Olympics or the Super Bowl or a national championship game, or you're kind of like, hey, once I've got the MLB thing handled, we'll kind of take it on a case by case basis?
I think it's definitely going to be a case by case basis. I think that, there's so many teams, on all sports. Obviously, I would love to do any playoff game, any, you
Mm.
know, championship game,
Yeah.
like I basically would do it anywhere. I think that it's just cool and an honor to sing it. But I don't think I would be hitting any other like list necessarily, like every team for any other sport, just because it's just like it's very time consuming and it's a lot, like
Mhm.
there's a lot of teams and I hope by the time that I hit 30, like my music career is like kind of taking off at that point. So then I'm able to kind of like gear my focus back towards that.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
All right, Ulises, usually when we have guests on, we do kind of quick hitting questions. So, Ali, if you're down for it, we're just going to ask quick questions and you kind of give the first thought that comes to your mind. Are you cool with that?
Cool.
Okay. What is there's only one sports team that you can watch. In other words, your favorite sports team of all time. Who is it? Which team is it?
The Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Favorite food to cook?
Not really a chef. Pasta, it's easy.
Okay.
Favorite food to eat?
French fries.
Perfect.
Good choice. Favorite musical artist?
Adele.
Okay. Good one.
Favorite place you've visited?
St. Lucia.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
good pick. Okay.
Yeah.
Besides singing, songwriting, and so on, what is your go-to hobby?
Working out.
Okay.
Favorite all-time TV show?
Friends.
Awesome. 100%. Got it.
Wow.
Got an A on the
Yeah, that was
questions.
great.
Yeah. Ali, we appreciate it. We wish you the best. We know you're going to kill it on June 8th, not just for the national anthem, but God Bless America. So if there wasn't already a reason for you to go watch the Rays, well, here's another one for you as well. So, and before we close, Ali, if you just want to promote your work or how people can find you and reach out to you, just plug yourself, so to speak.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Ali Berke Official or at Ali the Anthem Girl. Both accounts are connected. You can find all of my music under Ali Berke, me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. If you just Google me, you'll find me somewhere. So, yeah, and thank you guys so much for having me. I had a lot of fun, and I appreciate you both.